considered a glacier. Now the terminus of this glacier, this is going to be the front of the glacier that you see. Some people call it the nose or the snout, but it's actually referred to as the terminus. Now that terminus of the glacier, it's moving roughly about a meter a day as it comes down. And because it's moving about a meter a day, you get all the icebergs and these bergy bits that we can see. And clearly this has been a very active glacier. Lately we have a lot of ice in the water that the captain is trying to get around right now. Now when you do see the terminus of that glacier, the ice that you're looking at isn't really that old. It's only about 150 to 200 years old. So that means the front of that glacier, 200, 150 years ago, it came down at the top of this mountain as a snowflake, and it's taken that long for that snow to reach the end of this glacier. And of course, when it calves off and it makes its way out, it's going to melt, and that's the end of the cycle of that snowflake. You know, when we went through Glacier Alley the other day, you might have noticed that the glaciers look a little bit more blue than the glacier we're looking at right now, and that's because that's not the actual color of the ice. The glacial ice is so dense that you can't compare it to ice, in a drink. It lacks a lot of oxygen. It's so dense, and because it's that dense, it absorbs all the colors of the spectrum. Only the most energized light is able to penetrate through, and the most energized color in the spectrum, of course, fading away. They're essentially carving the beautiful fjords and the landscape we're looking at, but as they carve the landscape, it's grinding the minerals and the rock down to the consistency of talcum powder. It's so light that it's actually buoyant and floats. So sometimes, if we turn the bow thrusters on and you look over, you actually see it swing. Port side, you can see the bow thrusters and how it's displacing some of the bergy beds. You can also see it stirring up that rock flour as well, so very rich in that rock flour. Now if we're lucky, we will see some calving on this glacier. This is a true story. I was in Alaska, and we were in Glacier Bay, and I had somebody come up to me after we had sailed away, and they said that they enjoyed their trip, but they were so upset in America because they didn't see calving, and I had to tell the person that